These lines on the map were drawn by strangers far away, but they're still tearing lives apart a century later. How could a decision in a foreign office turn into endless conflict for millions? In the shadows of a drawing room, British and French officials drew borders straight through ancient homelands. Why did a handful of men, far from deserts and cities, decide fate still echoing in today's headlines? The new borders split centuries-old neighbors apart, sometimes overnight. Suddenly, tribes, towns, and relatives were divided into new countries, with leaders, languages, and loyalties they'd never chosen. So what happened to people left behind on each side? As foreign rulers moved in, violence and protest followed. New governments rose, but so did uprisings. Communities who never asked for this change began fighting for their voices, or simply their lives. Would chaos define the new era? Arab leaders clung to British promises of independence in letters, trusting in words never meant for daylight. But while hope built in one camp, secret deals elsewhere crafted a future no one had told them about. Was betrayal inevitable? The secret Sykes-Picot Agreement in 1916 carved Ottoman lands into British and French zones. Borders didn't just move on paper. Entire languages, customs, and loyalties were suddenly split. But most had no say in this at all. Britain and France promised self-determination through League of Nations mandates. On paper, locals would soon rule. In practice, outsiders stayed in charge. Was this independence or just another version of empire with new paperwork? From Iraq's 1920 revolt to Syria and Palestine, uprisings exploded. Foreign troops crushed dissent, but anger lingered. Each crackdown bred new rebels, new resistances, fuel for struggles that never ended. How could order survive under such force? Entire countries like Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Jordan were born on someone else's terms, a handful of names pasted to old lands. How can new nations exist when no one agreed what they were, or why they existed at all? On every map, economic interests left fingerprints. British and French rulers divided lands not for people, but for oil fields and trade routes. Promises were written in ink, but every border hid an empire's hunger beneath it. Kurds, Assyrians, Armenians, entire communities found themselves carved up, their dreams of nationhood erased by foreign lines. What does it mean when your own home becomes two countries, and your identity is suddenly split by barbed wire? In Syria, Alawites rose under French favor. In Iraq, Hashemites ruled a majority that barely knew them. Foreigners chose their allies, not the people. When old societies were ruled by new minorities, unity was always an illusion. 1940s independence swept in, but the borders, drawn far away, remained. New nations replaced foreign rulers, but the map changed little. What happens when you inherit invisible lines, and the trouble's older than your own flag? Arab-Israeli wars, Lebanese civil wars, endless coups. The conflicts that shattered nations often started at those old colonial lines. Instead of solving chaos, the map made deeper fractures, crises that rewrote the region again and again. Marketplace rumors swirl. Is my neighbor one of us or them? Forced borders blurred identities, split traditions, even divided favorite soccer teams. What if the real reason for endless strife was a stranger's pen on a distant map? A century later, Kurds and other communities risk their lives to redraw maps made in secret. Demands to fix borders echo through cities like Kirkuk. Why does a decision from 1916 still drive today's most desperate fights? It turns out a map designed in foreign offices could become more powerful than any army. Every boundary sparked rivalry. Every name sparked conflict. For generations, ink on paper decided who would share land and who would fight for it. It's not bombs or armies that haunt daily life. It's the lines themselves. From border crossings to heated family debates, the legacy of those drawn borders breathes through every argument, every negotiation, every checkpoint still operating today. Millions trapped in disputes, living as minorities, fighting for belonging, all because of borders drawn before they were born. Every headline today echoes a stranger's decision a century ago. History's documents outlive empires, sometimes louder than any gunfire. When you see the map, you see the past's invisible hand still shaping today. Understand this, and you see what most never question. Most people have never heard this story. Now you have. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one.